All right, time for lunch. Let's see what Chef Judi has cooking up today. Judi?
Well, Ray, I am excited for this gorgeous weather coming this weekend, so I'm going to keep it simple. I picked up some smoked kielbasa and some really cool whiskey fennel sausages over at Whole Foods. We're going to roast a colorful blend of organic potatoes, fingerling potatoes, purples, reds, delish, with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and just a pinch of crushed red pepper. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the oven now. So because the potatoes you want to give about 15 minutes. Another great day for sheet pan cooking, and I love the trend. So we're going to put this in the oven. We're going to get ready to split down the smoked sausages, the kielbasa. We'll bring it together with beautiful roasted fennel and of course oranges. I think that's a great marriage. Then you have your choice. Do you want to keep it light just like that, or you want to put some polenta? And we'll do it both ways. I'll be back after the break in just a few minutes. So we're getting there. We put the potatoes in the oven to roast. I'm going to take a quick peek, salt and pepper, little fennel seed. They have probably 10 more minutes. So now I'm going to cook just some real simple instant polenta. You want to always use broth, never water with the polenta, and you can either use vegetable broth or chicken broth. So you get the water to steaming. It doesn't have to be boiling, and then just slowly incorporate the polenta. Now I use the organic because I find it just makes a creamier, more refined on the polenta. So I've tried this recipe both with the oranges and without it because I was afraid the orange segments might not exactly match when you're cooking with something that's similar to like a corn pudding, but it actually brightened the flavors, so you had that balance. And I served the polenta just lukewarm, so see how slowly we're going in there. We'll get that last little bit in there. Good. So this is going to, we're going to stir it often, and this is going to cook just for 5 minutes, lower the temperature, and then we'll re-season. Let's check on those potatoes, bring it out, and go to the next step. You can always parboil the potatoes for about 5 minutes just to get some of the starch out, but honestly, just putting them in the oven early is just fine. So I'm gonna pull the polenta a little bit halfway off, so we have just a little bubble going on there. And now I'm going to take fresh fennel, and I have removed the inner part of that core because that stays really tough. So we're going to sprinkle that on like that, and then we're going to give it a pretty liberal amount of olive oil. Then we're going to use some smoked sea salt. Oh, that really just brings up flavor. So smoke on smoke, and some of that smokiness in the salt will go into the polenta. And then we're going to take some rosemary and thyme and some garlic salt, and all that goes in. And then it's going back into the oven. So let's take a quick break. We'll come back in a little while, and we'll add the sausages, and we'll finish up this dish. It's coming along really well. The aroma is coming out of that oven, and it's so easy, right? So here we have the quick cooking polenta. I put in just about a tablespoon of butter, and then about, less than a quarter cup of grated Parmesan, just to give it that depth. And the Parmesan won't be too strong going with the other ingredients, especially fennel. It's just so wonderful with fennel. So, the sausages are coming up really well now. You can see once they start to brown, that's what you're looking for. I split them on the cutting board. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make just a really simple splash of flavor and do a little vinaigrette. So I have the juice of 1 orange. I have red wine vinegar and olive oil. The red wine vinegar is going to give it a bright, tart flavor, and it's usually 3-to-1 vinegar to oil, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Now you can also get things like orange blossom vinegar, and that makes it really nice as well. So we're going to go ahead and drizzle this on top, just just a little bit, and then give it that last minute of flavor. I'm going to save the rest of this, and we're going to come back and we're going to use it as we not only decorate the plate, but actually bring in those flavors at the end. So hang in there, Ray. Lunch is coming, and we are smoking up these beautiful sausages, beautiful potatoes, and especially the fennel. Let's get that back in the oven. And the last thing we're going to do to the polenta, just to marry the flavors, let's add a little zest of orange. And that will, as you get the creaminess of the polenta, that will marry very well with the orange vinaigrette that we have. So there we go. Now we'll just take our plate and put a little polenta on it. And I've sectioned 2 oranges. So basically you're taking out the pith of it, so it just makes into segments, just like you see from, say, canned mandarin oranges. But don't use those, use fresh. We'll put that right in the center, and then as soon as the sausages come out in about 3 minutes, we'll be on the plate. So stay with us, we're coming back.
This is wonderfully hearty and tasty.
Good, and you know what? I'm going to give you that little extra squeeze of the orange juice on top.
Love it.
Just to blend it all together. A little kick in that kielbasa, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the great thing is nowadays you can buy things like this that have no nitrates, no gluten, so you're really getting a good quality product, and we kind of bring it together as a warm salad, so to speak.
Absolutely delicious. And the recipe for it is on our website, mysuncoast.com. Click on the dining link page, and it will take you right there. It's so good, Judy.
Good. Well, enjoy. It's a good, comfy meal for cool weather. Right?
Ray, we're going to save you some, too. It's gluten-free.
It doesn't look like you're going to, John.
You better hurry.